This is the start of our farewell tour in this motorhome. We'll be driving it down to YUMA, but it's not coming back from YUMA with us. We have bought a little manufactured house down there, and we're going to sell the rig. So this is kind of, I don't know what's the word, call it. I can't think. Anyway, there's Callie's bed in case she decides she wants to go open the window like what she did last year on her way home. It's 10 o'clock and it's just started raining, so we're right on schedule. The rain was supposed to start at 10. So I will come back on if there's anything important to show you or mention. We're going to go down to Highway 3, over to 16, to I-5 in Tacoma, and then straight down from there. So I'll be back on. Well, we've been on the road about an hour, and we just merged onto Interstate 5 in Tacoma. So we're going to have a little bit more traffic through here. So far, the rain hasn't really been bad at all. It just got a little heavier near Gig Harbor, but yeah, so far so good. Now you just need to get through this mishmash, as I call it, of going through Tacoma and then through Fort Lewis McChord base. And then from there we go through Olympia, the capital. So I'll come back on after that. First exit you come to, not exit, but rest stop after leaving Olympia is around exit 94. So I'm going to stop here, check on the car, make sure everything's going okay back there. Use the facility. Well, it looks pretty crowded. Trucks pull over here up on the road. There's a spot for us. Yeah, a lot of activity going on in this rest stop. People are already eating their lunches because it's about a quarter to 12. So we've been on the road just about 2 hours, and so far everything's good. We had a bunch of sun for a while there, right around Olympia, as we're getting close to it. Now here it's kind of breezy and overcast. And we are back. It's exit 11, and we got off, it's right on Battleground. We got off at a rest stop to have some lunch. A lot of trucks got off, so I hope we can find a place. I mean, it is really crowded today on the road. Let's see if we can find a part. There's that one. You keep seeing the same trucks and vehicles. Here we go. Someone pulling out. So every once in a while it rains a little, and every once in a while we get a little gust of wind, but so far the weather's been, I think, cooperative. When we stopped at the last rest stop, Callie Cuckoo did come out. She's in the cupboard. I had opened the door for her to the cupboard because she didn't want to try to get back out of that little slot that she went through to get into the cupboard. So, well, come back on after we eat. Well, while we were eating here, Miss Kelly decided to come out and check everything out. So I guess you got the bed up there. Maybe she'll realize now that, hey, what is that? Did you hear the trucks come in? You know, once she stays out that I'll start doing more filming with Miss Callie Cuckoo. Say hi, Callie. Hi, Callie. Baby Davis eyes. Well, here we go. It's just about 2 o'clock and we're crossing over the bridge, leaving Washington and going into Oregon. Yay! It took us 4 hours, but we stopped. And had our lunch at that last rest stop. There it is. The sign just said entering Oregon. So this might be a little bit more exciting drive. Every time we go through here, the traffic is bumper to bumper. There's a lot of homeless camps along the side of the highway. And just before we got here, it started pouring down again. So, you know, it always rains over here. Just kidding. Let's see how far we can make it without stopping. It's like the traffic on the other side is pretty heavy. This is one of my stress areas that we go through because of the traffic and having to stop. But Bob knows exactly which lane to be in. In this lane, it says South 5 up there on the sign. Second lane to the left. I mean, there's the fastest lane over here in this lane. Went over the Columbia River. See it down there? Over here to the left a little ways is the airport, Portland Airport. There's exit 307. 307 miles to go through Oregon, California. You can see all the traffic on the other side. Allie's hiding back in the cupboard. After a while she'll come out. Probably after the one night sleeping in here, she'll hang around more with us. You can see all the clouds. Just can't figure this out. Now normally we leave the last week in October and we always have to worry about the weather. Is it raining? Is it snow? Is it windy? I feel like this is a month later. It's like all this weather has come a month early. It's like, is it us? Are we bringing this weather down with us or what? I just don't know. But like I say, this is our last trip we're making in the motorhome. When we come home in the spring, we will be in our car, which is hanging around behind us, towing it. Candy's bed I put up there for her, and she starts hanging around up here. But so far, knock on wood, we haven't had to stop. Oops, am I seeing headlights coming, tail lights coming on? Slowing down. Now usually, or in the past couple of winters, you can see there's a encampment up there. Homeless encampments along the sides of the freeway through here. I know Portland's been doing like everybody's been doing and trying to figure out something to do with all the homeless people, where they could put them, where it will be safer for them. You can see up there to my right, there's a big one. So it's always interesting going through here. Another one. But you know how it is, anytime they come up with an idea, close to any homes or anything, you hear all this complaints, we don't want them in our neighborhood. There's a big one up there, see that? Gosh, they're camping out on the noisiest part of the road. I wonder why a lot of them get drunk. It's the only way they can probably sleep next to all this highway. Of course, you see a lot of graffiti on the sides of the freeway. There's another one. See, they're dotted kind of in between the trees up here. Turn you off for a little bit, and I'll come back on if we come to a stop. And I am back. You can see the city buildings over there. We've come to a slowdown. The brake light's coming on, but it enables me to do a little bit of recording of the city. Now we're coming up against it. show you another encampment coming up. Not a big one, looks like just one tent. You can see though up in those trees up there, there's some more up there, I think. You know, in the city of Seattle, they've been clearing out a lot of the homeless encampments. Because they had a couple of spots that where this one guy was starting fires, burning close to the hospitals and right next to the freeway. And, you know, it's people like that, they're ruining it for the other people who just need to live somewhere. So they've been getting these court orders, like they're saying, to clear it out, and they give people time. They give them notice as to when they're going to be coming in and cleaning it out, that they need to move. They try to get them into some kind of counseling or help or shelters, and some of them will willingly go, but others just want to stay homeless. Because they're so used to it, and so used to just being kind of free. Cars getting over to get off up here to go take 84, which would go along the Columbia River, right? Columbia River over to the Dalles, which is a dam, and over to Idaho. Let's take a good picture here of the city. You got all these bridges going across all over.
That's the Willamette.
This is the Willamette water down here, river. I always feel more relaxed after we've gotten through this part of the trip. You can see there's like the road signs, there are different freeways that go off of this one. So the safest lane to be in right now is the middle one. Take you all the way through. Otherwise you're going to end up going a different direction. Side of the water that we're on is mostly industrial. There's this little bridge here we're going over. I'll see over the Willamette. The worst part, we're coming out over here. Of course, you can see more of the city is built up over here. Down on the left, there's some kind of a tram that goes over the freeway. So there's the tram then. So I'm going to recording for a while, and I'll probably come back on next when we're getting off the freeway to go to Premier RV Resort. And I'll take a picture of going in there and everything. So I'll see you soon. Well, it is just about 4 o'clock, and we are pulling in for the night. We got off at exit 199 in Oregon, and we're going to stay at Premier RV Resort. Now, we have stayed here before, but I don't think I've done a video on it in this park, so I'll try to do a video on that. Now Premier has other parks along the I-5 too. Just don't make the mistake that I made one time. I made it in Salem, thinking that was the one we wanted. And while it's a very nice park, it's way off the freeway, and you got to go all through the town. It was taking all these different turns. So that was my boo-boo. This was the one I thought I had made it at. And then there's another nice one down in Redding, California. This is to come out of the Shasta Mountains. And that one we stayed at several times. And it's nice because you have a punch card. Every time you stay in one, you get your card punched. And after so many, you get a free night. And so we've stayed enough times to where we have gotten free nights. However, it doesn't make much sense now because this is our last trip. No more motorhoming. We always like to check in, get off the road between 4 and 5. It's early enough we can get set up, relax a little bit, have dinner, and then relax the rest of the night. Let's see, we need to go up the street a little bit here to turn right. It was a pleasant ride. There were no issues really. As you can see now, the sun is out here. I'll show you. It's up there. See, the sun's up there. We go down this long road down into the park. We always try to make reservations for the entire way that we're going. See, they have you pull over to the left here with your RV while you go in and check in. So I will be right back.
Are you right here or is this?
This is
Someone else. Okay.
This is a little store. It's got some products in here.
Right behind. Oh, okay, yeah. He said Patty go in and he was getting so I put step aside. It's 6 months ago. Okay. That did show us here on the one night, right?
Here's a nice little fireplace, TV, little area to. I'll walk over and show you the pool. Here it is. So it's a nice little place.
Your cat probably doesn't want the dog treats. No.
And we have checked in. And I think this man pulling out in front of us is going to lead us to our spot. So while we're driving along, well, the window's pretty dirty for you to look out, but you can get the ideas on. Okay, we are going to our spot. So I'll take this on to let you see what spots look like. So they're really nice green spots. All different sizes. we're following this little guy and the little golf cart, and over here to the left is a doggy place. There's various buildings, you know, that have like little laundry, restroom facilities, showers. So what we are going to go into is a pull-through, which means we do not have to unhook the car. We just pull right in and get set up. Over here to the left, there is a water, like a little lake kind of a thing. And you can see there's some rigs way over there on the other side. And here we are, number 128. See, this is a nice spot. It's got nice green grass. Thank you, Rain. Guy's probably gonna come back, try to tell us how to do the hookup like we don't know. So I'm gonna turn you off, and I'll come back on in a little bit to take another picture outside. Isn't this a pretty scenery? Now there's a cat slinking around over on that other side there. I wish she'd come over here. So see, they're pretty spots. I'll show you over where the water feature is. Pull it up closer. There, see, it's like a little lake. And of course, there's rigs on that side too. I'd like to show you a picture of the motorhome. Maybe I can get from the other side. It's Bob sitting out there working on something. Of course, you know, with motorhomes, it's always something that goes wrong when you're trying to go somewhere. 2 years ago, it was the steps. We couldn't keep them in. So now this time, he informs me that our lights aren't working on the car when we're driving. Oh, for God's sake, you know. And he gets so freaked out over it. We're not going to be able to drive any further. Don't be silly. So he's working on that. So there's your last look at the motorhome. Let me stop it here and take a still photo. Of course, here you hear the noise from the freeway. That's no biggie. We're used to it once you're inside and you have your TV on. You don't hear it. So that's this park. You see, it's pretty good size. Excuse me. So we do recommend this park. Again, that's Premier RV Resort in Eugene, Oregon. Don't make the mistake of going to Salem, Oregon. Let's show you the freeway over there. You can see the freeway buzzing through. Okay, I'm going to turn this off for the night unless something real spectacular comes up. So we will see you first thing in the morning when we hit the road again. I had to come back on. I told you there was a kitty moving around. That is not our cat. Hi, baby. Oh, look at you. Look at you. What's your name? Huh? What's your name? Pretty person. I don't know if it's not wild, that's for sure. It was sitting over there with Bob petting it. And I came around the back side of the car and then came right over to me. What's your name? Tell me what your name is. You know, this happens often. People have their cats with them. And sometimes they let them out. Yeah. And then the guy can't find their way back and they've got to leave. They got to leave the cat. But this could belong, looks like he's intact, so it must be a guy. Could belong to somebody who works here at the park too. So I'm going to turn this off again. Oh, he's getting up to help Grandpa Bob. Callie spotted him. Who is it, Callie? Huh? Is it Smokey and white hair? You can go see Callie if you want, bud. There's Betty in there. Look at those big eyes. Okay, I came up with a name for him. When we're in Eugene, we've named him Eugene, and Gene for short. Yeah, looks like he's an intact male. I'm told as long as he stays in the park, doesn't go out on the freeway, he should be okay, because there's going to be other people like us who are kind to him. But Callie was just insulted that we were talking to him when she was sitting there at the door. Yeah. He's a big boy, huh, Eugene? Okay, Eugene.